Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing, I guess, like a drugstore friendly makeup tutorial thingamajig, and we're also going to be getting off into where I've been, why am I back, am I officially back to stay, all those different things. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so you guys know what I do to start. I always go in with like a little bit of setting powder, and I just apply that to my brows because I am super oily, and I have oil just always poking, always. So I apply that to the brows before I go ahead and get started. Anyway, I have been gone for what, almost 3 weeks? Has it been 3 weeks? It's been, enough time. But it wasn't that I didn't want to come back. I just knew that I needed to get to a place where I was confident in the way that my video footage looked prior to coming back. I'm using, I told you guys it's gonna be like a drugstore video. Did I already say that? I don't know, but if I didn't, I'm gonna try to make this a drugstore video because drugstore products, girl, they've been making a comeback. Anyway, this is the Thread Beauty pencil that I'm using. All of these products that I'll be using today can be found at Target outside of like my setting powders. I'm sorry, I can't go, without the setting powder. So the setting powder has to remain. But back to like the camera quality and stuff like that. As you guys can see, the quality is so much better than what it has been, and it's because I found, well, I already had the damn light, but I found the perfect light that I needed, where you don't need like several lights in order to get the look that you're looking for. Light placement is everything. But that was mainly the reason I wasn't coming back, because I knew the quality that I could be putting out versus the quality I was putting out. It's very hard to be in a space where your content is the way that you look. I've told you guys several times that being in this position where you're, showcasing your makeup skills or whatever, it's a hard place to be in, because you are constantly looking at yourself, which means that you are constantly finding things that you don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may not like the way that you applied that bronzer, or you may not like the way that you applied your contour, your concealer. There is something that you can always critique. So kind of forgetting the fact that we're sitting in front of a camera and we're being critiqued by the audience, but you're also critiquing yourself. Like, a lot of the times prior to you even uploading, there is a lot of thought that goes into that, because you think about it, like, I'm sitting here now and I'm looking at myself, right? But then I also have to go and I have to edit and look at myself. So it's this, and I be telling y'all, like, it's okay to take breaks, especially if you are like a person who records and stuff. It's okay to take a break, because this right here, it's not healthy. Like, looking at yourself back to back to back to back like that, it's not healthy. So forgive me if sometimes I do have to go on like little mini vacations and breaks and stuff, because girl, I will wind up getting a face full of plastic surgery if I don't. If you are a brown skinned woman and you need your colors to really pop, even if you're like a lighter skin tone, whatever, you can do the same thing. But for me, because browns and stuff don't really show up as pigmented as they would with somebody of a lighter skin tone, I'm using the not NYX, sorry. What is this? Elf concealer. This is in the shade Fair Warm. You can go and get you an eyeshadow primer that's the same color. I know Anastasia Beverly Hills carries one. I'm not gonna do that, girl. We gonna use what we got. And I use the matte one. So get the matte one, blend this out on your lid, but this will help the pigments of those shadows really shine through. I did get, again, the matte one, so I have to kind of work very quickly because this does dry down very, very quick. But the brighter that this is, the more the pigments will show and it'll look 10 times better. So just make sure that you get you something that's bright enough for your skin tone. I'm going to use my Juvia's Place palette because I was able to find it, girl. I don't even know if they still carry this one. I think this one's called the Berries palette, but this was like my favorite palette back in the day. I'm using that solid dark pink shade, this one right here, and I'm going to put that on like a blending brush and just begin to apply this to my crease, if I can get it into the crease, girl. Just right here in that crease, and work that back and forth. I'm going to use a brown to kind of blend this out in the end, but as of right now, we're just making sure that the color is applied right here. Anyway, y'all, where I'm going today is I have to take my puppy to the vet because she is sick. Did I tell you I had a puppy? Probably not. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all I bought a puppy, girl. I got a retriever, and I got her from the shelter. I didn't have any plans of getting a puppy, but however, y'all know I'm super honest on this channel. I let y'all know everything. People say sometimes like it's oversharing, or you know, you give people the right to be in your business. Let me explain something to y'all. Y'all know what I let y'all know, okay? That's it. Y'all don't be knowing all the ins and outs. I mean, sometimes y'all do because I am very open, but I'm open because I feel like it could possibly, oh my goodness, it could possibly help somebody, and I don't know who I'm helping, so whatever. Anyway, y'all know that I am bipolar because I shared that with you guys in the last video. So with me being bipolar, sometimes I have manic episodes, and right now I've been on a manic spree, girl. Manic episodes, I'm going in with like a little bit of brown, but manic episodes can look different for everybody who is bipolar, okay? So my manic episodes may not be the next person's manic episodes. And as y'all can see, I'm bringing the brown in to the inner corner a little bit more just to give that more of a blend. But anyway, yeah, so with my manic, I spend money. Like, that is my release, you know, just to get a little retail therapy or whatever. And I spend money crazy, not to the point where like my priorities are not, you know, taken care of. I always take care of the priorities first, but baby, I'm gonna ball out, okay? And it's probably been within like the last year since that stuff happened with my daughter. I've seen it more and more in me that like, girl, I just be, oh. Anyway, how I got the puppy. So I was actually planning on going to the movies. I had got dressed up that day, me and the kiddos, and I was like, you know what, we just gonna go. We're gonna go out to the outlets and, you know, stuff like that. So my son, I was like, is there anything that you guys want to do today? And he was like, can we go to the shelter and see the dogs? And I was like, you know, I don't mind. I went to the shelter before to see the dogs, and we did not come home with the dog, right? So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and go. So we went up there, and we looked at the dogs, and oh my gosh, fell in love. This is a little bit of the, I'm using this Juvia's Place palette just so you guys know. So I started out with this one, which is the brown, the lighter brown that you guys see, and now I'm going in with like this chocolate shade right here just to kind of deepen up my pink a little bit, because y'all know I love me a good deep edge. Anyway, so yeah, we go and we see, and then they had a puppy there. Normally at the shelters, I've never seen them where they've had puppies, but they've had several puppies at this one. So I was like, okay. And then they were crying and stuff, and y'all know it's like having a kid all over again. So I was like, oh, I don't want that one. I don't want that one because I can't deal with the crying. Like, baby, I can't. So there was one puppy, and she was just so sweet. Like, you could just tell she was so calm, mild-mannered, and I was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and sit down with her and just see how it goes. And baby, we sat down with her, and she was so calm that I was like, oh, I need that in my life. Like, if I'm gonna do a puppy, I need a calm puppy. I don't need a rambunctious one. Besides, I really did want to get a puppy because I feel like the older ones be kind of set in their ways a little bit. It's harder to train them. So I was like, okay. And I sat there for a whole hour before I actually purchased the puppy because I knew I didn't really need a puppy, but I wanted one, you know, like in that moment I wanted one. I'm gonna use this shade right here. As y'all can see, I put pan on that shade because, girl, back in the day this was my color, okay? So I'm gonna use that one. But anyway, she was very good with the kids. The kids fell in love with her. Mom, can we please get her? Can we please get her? And so I was like, you know what, I called my ex, or my current boyfriend, sorry, I don't know why. I think it's just more so a comfort thing that I refer to him as my ex because, girl, we have been through a lot. Anyway, I called him because I knew he could normally convince me not to do stuff because he knew I was manic. He actually said that this morning. He was like, you know, I think you're extremely manic. And I'm like, whatever, don't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the bills paid. What Amy say? I pay my bills and my bills are paid, honey, so don't worry about nothing. And I'm not asking you for no money. This is my money that I'm spending. Anyway, so he knew I was manic, so I was like, let me call him and see if this is a good decision. He didn't answer the phone. I sat there an additional 30 minutes just to make sure, because I'm like, okay, maybe he'll call me back and then I'll be able to talk to him about this. Girl, he never called, so guess what I did? I took that as a yes and bought the damn dog. So now I have a puppy, and when I tell you we are close to $1,000 on this dog, and I've only had it for about 2 weeks, and that's probably not even going to include the vet visit that we have to do today. Girl, she has been expensive, and she is extremely spoiled. She has learned how to ring the doorbell and stuff. So to go outside. Like if she gotta go outside, she'll ring the doorbell. Girl, that is my baby. Even though she's more attracted to the kids than she is me, I am highly upset because baby, I'm the one that's feeding you. I'm the one that's taking care of you. How dare you be more attracted to them than you are me? I know I brag on this elf primer all the time. Get you some elf primer, girl. You at the drugstore, get you some elf primer. But yeah, I came home with a dog, y'all, and been spending money on her ever since. Do I regret it? No, because she's actually a really good dog. Like when I say she just be chilling, like right now, she just chilling. Like when we got her, she actually waited. I'm surprised because she is crate trained and she is also housebroken, which is crazy because I've never heard that for a puppy. But she's only 4 months, but she goes outside like she's supposed to. She has not had any accidents in the house. Like right now, she just roaming, girl. That's how you know I trust her, because she just roaming around the house. She don't be chewing on stuff. She has not, like, she got a bunch of chew toys. As a matter of fact, I probably need to go give her one of her little teeth, her little bone treats right now. But yeah, I have not had any issues with my baby. She has been amazing. So if you guys are thinking about getting a puppy, I can't say all y'all probably gonna look up the way that I have, but girl, it's been amazing for me. Okay, get you a good color corrector. I had the Maybelline. I just bought it, girl, and I can't find it. Typical me, because I stay losing stuff. But get you a nice little color corrector. You don't need a lot. You just need a little bit under the eyes. And blend that out, and then we are good. I'm also gonna like apply it right here around the mouth a little bit, because I do go in with a lighter concealer. Is that my baby? No, that's not my baby. But yeah, I was gonna try to show y'all her if she was here, but she's a big dog. I'm gonna put a picture in of her so y'all can see her. But that is my boo girl. That is, we go way back. That's the love of my life, child. Anyway, you want to go ahead and blend that. Again, you don't need a lot. I use, like, it may have looked like I used a lot because it's dry, right? Like, so my concealer is actually dried out. I really did buy another one, but I have no idea where it is, and I'm kind of like rushing, so there is that. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the Maybelline 30 hour, and I'm using the shade 370. Whatever shade they recommend to you, always go down a shade. That is my best advice. Because girl, sometimes they be recommending you to be like orange, and girl, you do not be orange. Or just like what is that, my favorite company, NARS, they recommend everybody to be New Caledonia, and we is not all New Caledonia. Anyway, go down a shade and you will find it. Anyway, child, I said anyway like 10 times. But this, if y'all are not new here, then y'all know that this, back in the day, girl, this was my stuff. I used to use the, what was it, I think it was like the 24-hour stay or whatever. But I will say that this formula has definitely changed. It's not as cakey as it used to be, and it did last 30 hours. I got so many compliments on my makeup yesterday. Insane. Like, sometimes we need to just go back to using the old recipes instead of trying all this new stuff, clean girl makeup and all this extra stuff. Girl, just go back to what we used to use back in the day. Even when it comes to like my hair, I had to learn that too. Like, girl, stop trying to do all these new little trends and just go back to what used to work for you. Like, why did we change it? It was working for us, you know? Like, Gots to Be and all the other stuff was working for us. So why are we now doing all this extra stuff? I don't know, but that's just my thought process. Like, I'm going back to doing things the way I used to do them in the beginning, girl, because it was nothing wrong with it. Staying on that Maybelline train, I'm going to be using the Instant Age Rewind, and this is in the shade 146.5, and I'm gonna just apply this anywhere that I want it to appear brighter, which I love highlighting this little area right there, corners of my mouth, and just a dabble on the chin. All right, and then I'm gonna use a little bit, because I am going to be out in the streets today, I'm going to use a little bit of my Morphe to go in and set that, and then we can go ahead and blend out. Now, I did switch over to using a beauty sponge, because again, what happened to the old recipes? Like, why are we changing this? Girl, sometimes we need to go back to the old OG recipe. So I did switch back over to doing that, and I have not had any issues thus far. Like, I absolutely love this. Okay, so just blend that out. I just find it helps to blend it like 10 times better too. I'm using a beauty blender, and remember I told y'all for the setting powder, unfortunately I do not have a drugstore one, so I'm using the one size, and I think, let me see, this is the pink one. Ultra pink is the shade. Now when it comes to setting your makeup, if you want a very bright under eye, then you're going to use a setting powder that is lighter than the concealer that you apply. That way you get a very bright under eye. If you want something to kind of match your skin tone, use a setting powder that is close to the concealer that you applied. Now, why I didn't know this in the beginning, girl, I'm crazy, okay? I am a little off, and it took me a while to get there. But again, as my channel states, baby, we be learning makeup together, me and you. When I learn stuff, I put y'all on. Now, I was gonna say, if y'all learn stuff, put me on, but sometimes some of y'all be going a little bit too far, and I'll be like, hey now, okay? I didn't ask all that. I did not ask you all of them questions. Okay, so I'm using my one size. I forgot to tell y'all, one size you probably can't get from the drugstore, but this right here has been my go-to. As y'all can see, I put pan on 2 of the colors. Like, them are my everydays, okay? I'm gonna use that second shade to go in and contour, and then I'm gonna use the first shade to bronze. But baby, I'm telling you, this is gonna get you right every single time. Every single time. I was in Walmart yesterday, and that's how I know this foundation is good, because I was in Walmart. I normally put my makeup on like around 6, and I went to Walmart like around 12, and this girl stopped me and she was like, your makeup is so pretty. So I am definitely a newfound fan once again of the Maybelline. So definitely get you some Maybelline, because girl, it is definitely worth it. Hang on, I gotta find my other brush that I use to apply my bronzer. Hang on one second. Now you're gonna take your bronzer, which is the first shade, and then we're going to diffuse everything. So the contour, we're gonna diffuse that. Get that, look at that. Just gives you a nice, oh, that one size is everything. Oh my goodness, I meant to tell you guys, I bought a J Cloud. That's been another one of my purchases. I probably have glitter all over my face because I wasted some glitter, and now it's just everywhere, y'all. But anyway, I purchased a J Cloud, which is like a aromatherapy diffuser or whatever. And when I tell you, because one thing about it, my house is not gonna smell like a dog. I don't care. I do not care. I hate going to people's houses and their house smell like dog. I don't care. Anyway, I bought one of those, and when I tell you, that has been like amazing. It has been amazing. Like, my whole house smells like the West End, girl. Yes, it is pricey. It is about $200, but is it worth it? Absolutely, it's worth it. Like, it's so, girl, get you a J Cloud or get you something similar. Like, seriously, because it has definitely been a game changer for me. This right here is a little bit of my MAC, and I'm just going in with any place that I didn't get a chance to set with the setting powder, and I'm gonna set it with my MAC. And this is NW50. That's what I'm using. I'm using NW50. So just go in and set that. Okay, so now I'm using this blush palette. Everybody always asks me about this blush palette. Girl, I do not know if they still carry it, but it is by OPV Beauty, and I use these 2 shades right here. I like to mix those and apply that as my blush. So I'm gonna just apply this right here. But they sent me, oh my goodness, hang on. There we go. Time for me to take my birth control, girl. We can't have no kids. Can't have no kids. Anyway, but they sent me this like a few years ago, and I didn't really start using it until maybe like last year sometime. So I've again sent stuff that I do not use. So yeah, but I go kind of heavy with this because blush is the first thing to go on us. So there's that. I do need another blush, so if you guys know one, or maybe I'll try to look for one in Maybelline to kind of give you guys something similar. Like, Maybelline is, girl, do y'all see the way that foundation is sitting? Please, please. It's amazing right now. It's amazing. Look what I found. I told y'all I had bought some of this. Ain't that crazy? I found it after we're done. Anyway, I did, oh, don't drop it. I did go and get the Essence Super Precise eyeliner because I'm back to wearing my eyeliner. And then I also got the Essence gel liner. I like to use the gel liner in my waterline, and I do nothing but simply kind of close my eyes, so this way it gets at the top and at the bottom, and I just kind of rub it back and forth. You see the difference? Can you see the difference between this eye and this eye? Yeah, it just adds a little bit of razzle dazzle. Okay, then I take if I can find something. Hold on. I take like a little brush like this, a little flat brush, go back into that one size, the second shade, the one that I used to contour, and I just begin to rub it right under my eye, right under there, you know, and I kind of bring it down into like one of my little creases because I do have like the little lines, and I'm like, oh girl. So I like to kind of smoke that out just a little bit, and then we'll go in with our mascara and our liner at the top, and then I will go on top with that Essence liquid liner, and I just do a small line. I'm not doing no cat eye, no wing liners, none of that. I'm no longer in that business, girl. Just kind of tap it right here, and that way my lashes will blend perfectly. I'm trying to do this while I'm not looking in a direct mirror for y'all, so y'all can really see, but this is hard. This is extremely hard for me right now. Okay, we're gonna move on to lashes. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm wearing here in a second, but we're gonna go ahead and apply this. Again, I like to hold that mirror down. Am I in focus? I hope so. Got a piece of hair right there. Am I in focus? Okay. Still, maybe not. Sorry, I'm doing the best that I can with what I got. Anyway, just kind of apply them, look down. And this way, like if you do it this way, you don't have to be so close to your actual lash line, because your liner is going to serve as, you know, like a little bit of a buffer, so you can't really see the difference between your real lashes and the falsies. Time for the lashes that I use. I use all my lashes come from Amazon. They come on a pack like this. I'm going to link every last one of them in my Amazon storefront, so feel free to go and shop those. But I personally like to use, if I can turn this one around too, I personally like to use lashes that are kind of like short in the front and then kind of medium on the ends. I can't do too long of a lash anymore. I used to be, and I tried it again, what was that, Monday, and it just did not work out for me. So those are the lashes that I use. So I will link those so you guys can feel free to go and shop those. And I think it's maybe like a total of maybe 6 that are like my favorite that I could possibly use every day. So I'll link those, and yeah, we'll go ahead and move on. Anyway, let's go ahead and blend out, if I can find my stuff. So hang on, let me find my stuff, and then we'll blend all this out. Let's blend the nose out. I am gonna go and I'm gonna try the L'Oreal Infallible setting spray today, but I have to go and get it. They said they carry some near me, so I will be going to go and get some of that today just to try it and see what that's about. But yep, I blend all of that out, and then we're gonna go ahead and spray our face. Let's try it again. Okay, I see it now. I was a little nervous. I was like, what's going on, child? I think that was somebody trying to tell me, use your MAC. I know. I know. Child, I'm running late for this appointment, as always, but hey, I'll be there when I get there. You know, I'll be on time, don't worry about it. Now to kind of do a lipstick, I'm going to be using Maybelline More Stone. And I did use this yesterday, and it was pretty good. It wasn't bad, you know. I'm like, am I sure this is More Stone? Or should I have been using the other one? Hold on. Because I think I done applied the wrong color. I should have been using More Blonde. Child, not More Stone. But they both cute. My camera temperature is saying that it's too high, so it wants me to stop. But let's try to get this out real quick. This is Candy from Makeup Revolution. Alright guys, so here we are. This is the finished look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I can't really go and get dressed up the way I want to because, like I said, my camera is overheating. So that kind of concludes this. But yeah, make sure y'all show me some love in the comments. And if y'all want to know my video setup, then just let me know. I don't mind sharing that now that we have it a little bit under control now. So yeah, I gotta go. But I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time.